Hi everybody, I'm Brian Seymour, Director of Instructional Technology for Pickerington Local School District. Do you know what October 6th, 2015 tomorrow is? Well, it's National Flip Your Classroom Day. So you might be asking, well, what's flipping your classroom? Well, flipping your classroom is where you basically take the traditional classroom model of lecturing and the teacher talking up in front of the classroom, and you flip it to the other time. So now, instead of the teacher lecturing directly to the students, the teacher takes all of her lectures and notes or anything that needs to be disseminated out to kids, then it records them onto a medium like we're doing right now, and then the kids have the ability to watch those videos at home. So it actually frees up a lot of your classroom time now for working on problems, labs, activities, things that the kids may need the teacher to help them walk through different pieces and parts. It also helps with the idea of personalizing and differentiating your instruction, because now the kids that struggle a little bit more can now take your video that you've created and watch it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, how many ever times they want to. And with that, they're able to get the instruction that they need without being self-conscious of having to ask numerous questions, which we know some kids that struggle just don't ask those questions in the classroom. It also allows you as the teacher to free up a lot more time to be able to do the actual work instead of just the talking part of things. Okay? So, today's episode on Seymour Educate Podcast is how to create videos to flip your classroom. All right, so how do we do this? So I am going to make the assumption that if you're watching this video, you are watching this on an Apple computer, Apple desktop, Apple laptop. I apologize if you're watching this on a PC. I am not a PC guy. I am pretty much all Mac as we go through some things. So with that assumption being made, the program that you're going to use is a program that's already on your computer, and that program is called Quicktime Player. So down here in my dock, this is Quicktime Player, and this is the application that I first started creating videos with. And it does a pretty good job. It doesn't have any bells and whistles like the program ScreenFlow 5 that I'm working on here now, but to get started with this and figure out if this has an instructional advantage for you, start with the free program called Quicktime Player. So if this isn't here in your dock, which it's probably not, it's not a default one, you're going to go over to your Finder. You're going to click on that and go to Applications. And then in Applications, you're going to scroll down until you find QuickTime, which is right here. So that's the icon for QuickTime Player. All right, so you're going to launch QuickTime. And when you launch QuickTime, not a lot actually happens because you have to tell it what you want it to do. All right, so you're going to go up here to File. And when you go to File, there's 3 pieces of things that this application can do. You can do a new movie recording, which what a new movie recording will be is it'll use your iSight camera and it'll pull up a box, and inside that box will be anything that the iSight camera sees. So usually what I would do is I would take this, and it's usually a big window, take this, scroll it or make it a little bit smaller, and then put it into one of the corners. Maybe you put it up here in the top corner, maybe you put it in the bottom corner or wherever, but kind of put it so it's there, but it's out of the way. All right. Your other option is a audio recording, and an audio recording basically will just record your voice. So for those of you that maybe I'm too shy or maybe I don't want to video myself, you can still record yourself, and this will then allow you to talk over whatever it is that you put up on the screen. Okay? The third one is probably the most important one, and that is your new screen recording. So let's say I'm a math teacher. I would pull up something that I could do a math problem on. Maybe it's some kind of an online whiteboarding app or something that I can actually put up here on the screen, and have the screen record. So I could sit here and I could talk and I could do a math problem and whatever else it is that I'm trying to accomplish, and it'll actually record your screen for you. Okay? The best way that I've found that these are the most effective is if you combine a new movie recording and a new screen recording. So what you'll do, and I can't do this because I'm already using my camera, but what you would do is you would say, I want to do a new movie recording. You do a new movie recording, you get the big box, which is your video, you make it smaller, you put it down into one of the corners, and you just leave it there. You don't touch it, you don't press the record button on that one. You then go over here to screen recording, and you'll do a screen recording. It'll pull up a little tiny box, and on that box will be a red circle. That's your record button. You want to hit record on that, and that's what you'll record to create your video. Go through, create your video. I would do your video all in one fell swoop. If you mess up, you mess up, all right? So don't worry about writing a script, all right? The last thing somebody wants to do is watch you do this as you're reading your script the entire time. You can really tell when people are looking at the camera or when people are looking at a script over here to the side, okay? Keep your video short. You want it somewhere between 3 to 7 minutes in length. Any longer than that, people are going to lose interest in what you're talking about, okay? There's a reason why people have put commercials where they're at in TV shows. It's just to give people a mental break in between those different segments of shows. All right, so record those videos. After you get done recording the videos, up here at the top, you'll see a circle and it'll have a black square in it. That's your stop button. So click on stop, save it, and close everything else down. Your next question that you will need to ask is, where am I going to store this at? All right, where am I going to keep the video? My best suggestion for you would be for you to create a YouTube channel. It is super simple to figure out how to use YouTube. Okay, you've got other alternatives. You've got Vimeo, which is a little bit more difficult, and then you've also got something as simple as Google Drive if you wanted to. So let's say you have a shared Google folder between you and the kids. You can do that. It takes a little bit more work every year to set it up than it would to just plop it here into YouTube. So if you're going to create a YouTube channel, over here to the side, you'll have to sign in or create. You'll create an account, you'll be walked through, and then all you do is you go to upload, you take your video file, you drag it over here onto the top, and when you drag it in there, it will actually upload it for you. You enter in some information, a title, a description, and some keywords, and voila, you're done. Then all you have to do is give your kids the URL to your YouTube channel, or if you're using Google Classroom or some type of other LMS, Edmodo, Schoology, something like that, then you can just embed those videos right into those LMS platforms. And then the kids just click on the link and they go directly to the video. Now, if you want to take this one step further, you can use a program called, or a website called TED Ed. And TED, if you've ever read it or watched any of the TED Talks, it's their education side. And what they allow you to do is any video that's loaded into YouTube, you can take that video, put it into TED Ed, and then create questions for it and create accounts for all of your kids. And when you do that, it actually keeps a log of this kid watched this video at this time and they watched it for this amount of length. So you could tell, did the student watch the video last night? Did they watch it on the bus ride in? Did they watch it 5 minutes before class started? And did they watch the whole thing or did they just watch the first 30 seconds? The other part with TED Ed that you could actually do as well is you could put questions in there. So if you want to do some questions to see if they got the information, you could actually embed those questions into there as well. Okay, those are some things you could do in Google Classroom too if you really wanted to, but TED Ed's nice because it embeds a whole bunch of different pieces and parts to it. Okay, so I hope that you found this beneficial. I know a lot of teachers that I've worked with on flipping their classrooms have actually found this to be very beneficial, a time saver for them, and increased the number of minutes that they have back to work with the students on the instructional side of things. So thank you very much. Have a very happy October 6th National Flip Your Classroom Day. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please go forth and be innovative. Thank you.